Hello and welcome back to another Photoshop Tools crash course lesson. Today we're going to be talking about the Quick Selection and Magic Wand tool, which is the next tool in our toolbox. So the keyboard shortcut for these tools is W. As always, if you are in another tool, you just press W to get to this tool. If you click and hold it down, you get these two options, like always. And starting off, we're going to talk about the Quick Selection tool. So go ahead and click that. Up here in the top left are the options for the size. So it basically brings up a brush sort of size or a sort of selector. I'm going to increase the size so you can really see it. So as I increase the size, the circle selector increases. The hardness is basically the feathering along the edges. It is either very strict about the edges or not so strict, and same with the spacing, is it allows for a little bit more space on the outside of your selection or on the inside of your selection. So let's just go back to our image. You'll see this plus and minus, we'll talk about it in a second. This is a great tool for selecting objects in the foreground or in the background, but specifically in the foreground to get rid of the background. If you want like a transparent background. I'm going to go ahead and try to select myself with this statue. So you just click and drag, and as you can see, it is making a selection based on the similar colors. So as you can see, it has made the selection, and I can add to it. So you see here now this changed over to the plus sign. If I go to minus, I can click and drag and subtract some of the selection. But I want to add, so I'm going to go ahead and add, and then you can just keep selecting, and you can just, it sees that once I get over to this bench, it's all this cement color. It's pretty good at selecting the similar colors. As you can see, if you unclick, it takes a little while to register what you just selected. And as you can see here in the statue, this guy, the colors are very, there's lots of colors in it. So there's some greens, some golds and browns, and it's having a harder time to select the statue. But even just by going like that, it selected his hand. I want to get my backpack, so let's do that. It automatically selected my backpack. Get the rest of my sweater. And I'm just going to go down here, drag, and make sure that everything within here is selected. So there, I select his chin. I want to get rid of this wood background sticking out of his head. So I go ahead and press the minus tool. I can go ahead and just click in the brown area to get rid of that. Over here it selected some of this color over here of the street on below because it's so similar to this color of the bench. So it does a pretty good job at knowing what to select and what not to select. A little bit more on his shoulder, and then I think we're pretty good to go. So from there we can of course copy and paste our selection, get rid of our background, and there we have a pretty good key or matte object in our foreground of the foreground object. Of course we'd have to come in here and fix it a little bit. You can use other tools for that. Or back here, when it was all selected, you can press this auto enhance selection, and that will actually auto enhance it without having to tweak it. And it's a really great way to do that. Let me just show you how that works. So I'm going to get rid of this layer, go back, got my selection tool, just quickly select an area, press auto enhance, and actually, yeah, I should have done that beforehand, auto enhance, and it will auto enhance while it's doing it. You can also do this refine edge selection, and it basically whites out your non-selection, and then you can use these edge detector and adjustments to make it better. So edge detection, smart radius will try to mimic yourself, a human, and select the edge that it thinks is right. Smooth will make it more round. Feather will feather it out. Contrast will will tell it to really focus on the contrasting colors and hues to make the selection, and then shifting the edge in and out will of course make it a bigger or smaller selection. Then you would just press OK and make your selection. Let's go back to the Magic Wand tool, which is the second tool in this option. And this basically selects all the colors of all similar colors of whatever color you select. So right here I'm going to go ahead and select this white, and so it tries to select all of the whites in the sky. I'm going to select this red, and it's really, you can tell it doesn't really work that well. Let's boost up the tolerance and see if that does anything to 50. So there it does a little bit better job. It's like the higher the tolerance means that it will select more of the similar range of colors. Let's go back and select the white, and you can shift and click to continue selection. So see, if you just click around, it will create a new selection every time, but if you make your selection, then press shift and select, it will add that selection to your what's already selected. But this tool is really for if you have solid colors that you want to get rid of. In this photo there's not too many completely solid colors for that. But it's basically, you use it the same as you'd use the quick selection, it's just a little bit more magic. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and next time we're going to be going over the crop tool. So have a great day. Contact me if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, or praise, and I will see you next time. Bye.